What are you doing? Stop. Go back to bed. Go. Stop it.
Pause cleaning.
You're not meant to be cleaning at all. Shut up. Why would you do that at 7:30 in the morning? It's not meant to be cleaning. I turned it on. Can you see this right here? Can you see the web? It's made above our sink. I think you can see it there, look. I did that overnight. Never seen a cobweb like that in the house. There aren't any flies in here, dude. Season's over. You need to go outside. If my lip looks a bit funny, it's because I have an ulcer right here. It's on its healing phase. I don't know how I got it. I think when I was putting my elastic in, I caught my skin, which seems impossible, but I pinched it underneath the elastic whilst trying to hook it over the wire. So I have a little ulcer and it makes my lip look funny. Don't like it. Have you ever fallen down a YouTube rabbit hole? I did yesterday, looking at fitness things, and I got to wondering whether I can do a push-up or not. It's been a long time since I've tried, and I don't even remember if I managed it when I did try. So I'm going to find out today if I can do a push-up, and if I can't, I'm going to teach myself to do a push-up. And then I also discovered something called a negative push-up, where you are in the position for a push-up, but instead of pushing up, you lower down. So you just control your descent and then just get up and then do that over and over again. And then that kind of builds the motion, builds the strength without the actual push up. So I might try those as well. But we'll start with finding out whether or not I can do any push-ups. I don't know if I can. I don't know how strong my noodles are. Also decided to set myself loads of other fitness goals for the next month and a half. So I'm doing neck exercises because I don't have a very defined jawline. I mean, I've always had quite a round face, and I know that my neck isn't very strong because when I do my hip thrusts, I can't hold my head up for very long because my neck starts to hurt. So I know I haven't got very strong neck muscles. I've given myself exercises to do every day to strengthen my neck and my back, because my back also isn't very strong. And then I have found some really easy ab exercises to do. One of them is a reverse crunch, where you're just sort of lifting your legs towards your stomach but raising your hips slightly, and then making sure that you're only engaging the lower abs, not the legs. And then there's one which is just a very small crunch forwards, where you're only engaging the upper abs. So I'm going to be doing those. I bought a Pilates reformer board, a plasticky one from Amazon. Also in today's video, I'm going to be making some cookies. I call them cookie cakes. It's my own little recipe. They are protein cookie cakes, and they're really, really nice. My mum really likes them too, and she doesn't really like chocolate. But I'm going to try and do my push-up now and see if I can do a push-up. Hopefully I don't set that guy off again. I've done half an hour on the treadmill this morning. Do I need to go sideways so you can check I'm not faking it with my knees on the floor? Okay, is this really far away? I think so. Okay. I have a really bad wrist, by the way, if you haven't already discovered that. I don't have high hopes. My arms don't feel very strong right now. Let's give it a go, shall we? Can I go and do one push-up? Oh, I did. That was, I think, very low. I just didn't want to smush my face on the floor. I didn't want to crush my nose, so I was determined to get up. I don't think I can do a second one. If I try. Okay, there we go. I don't know if my arms are in the right position. I did it. I didn't do it well, but I did it. Oh, my wrist, ow. Yeah, I was trying to get my nose as close to the floor as I could to try and get to go as low as possible, but then the shaking happened. But I did it, I did 2. I didn't expect to even do 1. I impressed myself a little bit. Let's do a couple of these reverse push-ups. So you do this, and you just control your way down, and then just, I think I'm a little too close. Hang on, let's just go backwards this way. You go down, and then just climb your way back up again. Hopefully this cardigan is not interfering with the microphone. That's hard work. I want stronger arms. I want just to be generally stronger overall. Let's do a couple more of these, shall we? Oh, it really hurts in here. Feel free to critique my arm positions because I don't know if I am positioning my arms right. I'm trying to be sort of under my shoulders, but wide enough that I can put my face down. Ugh. This bit, I'm going to feel this tomorrow. Definitely. This bit right here. There's no way I'd be pushing myself back up again now. 2 was my max. I'm actually surprised I could even do 2. Hello. All I can see is my legs because they're dark. My body blends in with the wallpaper. Okay. Would you like to see the Pilates reformer board I got? It's pink, obviously. So this is it. You can't see it. I managed to put it where you can't see it. It's this thing here. I don't know. Where do we go? Should we go this way? This is the Pilates reformer board that I got. I will clip my hair back because I don't want to get it snagged. I'll have to do it this way around, I guess. Otherwise you're just going to see my butt in the air. I don't know what this view is going to be. You can do mountain climber on this, where you put your feet on the things and then you do that. Did you see? I don't know. I don't know what you can see right now. That's mountain climbers on the Pilates reformer board. I did do this yesterday, so my abs are already feeling it today. I know you're supposed to have rest days, and trust me, I will have rest days. There's some good leg stretches you can do. Ooh, come on, back up. I'm a touch too far. And then you can also do backwards. Woo, too far. Uh-oh. Excuse you. Stay there, please. I don't think the camera even saw, but the reformer board did not want to be contained. I think I do a pillow for my spine. This might be a bit too big of a pillow for my spine. Should I just take a nap instead? I think this is a little too raised up. Let's just go with nothing for the moment, because I haven't got anything to hand. Okay, so he held on to the back of the thingy and then was just doing this. And I am not using my legs at all. I'm literally just squeezing my stomach to pull my legs forward. And my juices are sloshing about in my stomach. That's my breakfast. If you can hear glug glug sounds, it's my breakfast. The other one is for the upper abs. So it just crunches. My juices just readjusted themselves as I got up. I made a bustier. It's just a tester. It has its flaws. There's a lot of like wrinkling around here. It's also a little bit gapy on the cups, so I need to make adjustments. But everything else fits nicely. It has a tail. Just because I needed a zip that I could get in and out of. And if it was a short zip that didn't come apart, I wouldn't be able to get into it. Oh, these bits here. These bits that I was just working out, they're already starting to feel the pain. They feel weird. Like this area just feels weird. I don't know what's going on. I think it's an area I've never worked out before. I found a house to go and view, maybe. For those wondering, I am still looking for a house. It's a very long, slow, painful process. Trying to find a house that has everything that I need. It's the area that we live in is just so expensive, and I don't want to go too far because family's here. I want to go like halfway between where my sister Paige lives and where my other sister Louise and my brother live, so that I'm kind of like a shorter distance from everybody, sort of to be in between. But it's just so expensive to find something that's got a little bit of land, because I want the big garden that I always wanted for Key. I want that for my puppy, and I also want to put a swimming pool in for the exercise for me and for the puppy. But then I also need a workshop. I need a sewing room and an office. 2 separate rooms, please. I need them as 2 separate rooms. I can't deal with it being one room for the rest of my life. If I wanted to live in Cornwall, which would be closer to Jamie, there's so many properties that I could buy. It's just so far away from everybody. It would make it me further away from everyone. And you know how little I drive at the moment as well. And I don't want to be hours away from family. This property that could have potential. It has 5 acres. I don't need 5 acres. 1 acre would be fine, but I can't really be choosy. 5 acres would be lovely. It's a lot of maintenance. If a property comes up that has more acreage than I need, but has everything else, then I need to go look at it. It's got lovely views. It's in kind of the area that I would like to be. We are trying a lion's mane mushroom that I grew myself as a pork belly. So it's marinated. Oh, it's getting a little bit crispy on the side. A little bit crispy. Couple more minutes. And then we've got some colourful veggies. Stir fry mix with some edamames added in. And rice. I'm going to do egg fried rice. Peas. I've added Chinese 5 spice to the egg, 2 eggs. There we go. Hopefully it tastes nice. It's cookie cake time, and this looks like a lot of ingredients, but it really doesn't have to be. I just kind of overcomplicated it just because, I don't know, weird angle. That's what I had in the cupboard. So you can kind of take what ingredients you want to use and leave what you don't. I am actually measuring. First thing is we need some plain flour. We have 200 grams of plain flour, 100 grams of almond flour. If you're allergic to nuts, use something else. That's 100, but I'm just going to use up the rest of it. So there's not a partial bag, so that's 137. I'll just adjust how much milk I put in. This is the protein powder I'm using. 2 scoops. Or should I put 3 scoops? I'm going to put 3 scoops in, why not? The more protein, the better. So yeah, I was sticking to my recipe, but now I'm not. Oh, I need chia seeds. How did I forget those? More protein. So this is just a case of adding as much as you like. Okay. I did actually think about putting fruit into it, but I thought I've got so many things in there already. I've got 100 grams down, being half coconut, half brown. So I'm just going to eyeball how much I want really. This is the coconut sugar that I use. Not really doing half and half. This is a healthier sugar than the refined brown sugar. So I've got about 73 grams of coconut, and then I'm just going to put a bit of brown. That'll do. 90 grams will do. So I've got some plain oats, 50 grams of those. I literally just put an arbitrary number because I didn't weigh them when I was making the recipe. That doesn't look like very much, so do 100 grams. I'll put down this recipe and then you can just make modifications as much as you like. And baking powder, 1.5 teaspoons baking powder. Some vanilla, let's just put a bit of that in. We need 125 grams of butter. Oh, hang on, I've done this wrong. Can I get the sugar out? Oh no, I'm supposed to cream the sugar and butter together. Oh dear. I'm gonna try and get the sugar out of here and cream it with the butter. What am I like? Okay, don't copy my example. I'm getting the sugar out. A bit of protein powder is going with it. This is my own recipe. It's because most of the things I make, I literally just dump it all in together. I've got most of the sugar, some of the almond flour, some of the protein powder. With the vanilla, but the vanilla's already gone in there, so never mind. I want to start over. I can't even follow my own recipe, and it's only like, what, 5 sentences? A month or 2 months since I made it. So that's my excuse. I think I did this in my stand mixer, you know. I'm going to do it in the stand. Whilst that's doing that, I'm going to get the milk out that I need. We'll start with... Really? Definitely going to need more than that. So we started off badly, but it's okay. We pulled it back and managed to salvage it. Note to future self, don't just dump all the ingredients in. I'm going to breadcrumb it. I feel like that's what I probably would have done. The butter and sugar are mixed in. Add the milk a bit at a time. Well, I'm definitely going to need all of that, so I'm just going to stick that in. You don't want it to be too wet. It wants to be a dough that kind of just squishes together. So this is looking pretty close. It needs a surprisingly little amount of milk. Some chocolate. This is the chocolate I'm using. Just roughly breaking it into chunks. Line my baking tray, greaseproof paper. It's sticking together, which is good. I make small balls. And just flatten them down a little bit because they're not going to spread like this. This is how many I've made. That's more than the recipe will make because I added in excess oats and protein powder, but it also depends on the size that you make them. I make them fairly small so that I can have 2 at a time. In the oven for 15 minutes at gas mark 6, which is 200 degrees C. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. They are done. It took 15 minutes. I did swap them around halfway through. I don't know what happened here. It looks like someone stepped on it. Maybe there was a lump of chocolate that collapsed, I don't know. Or maybe, oh, I probably squished it when I was using the towel. I probably squished it. Could do with an oven mitt, really. Look lovely. Yeah, I definitely squished that one. Oopsie. I'm gonna have to eat one. It is a tad toasty in here. A little bit warm. My elastic's out. I don't want to eat any of them, but I do want to eat a cookie cake. So I'll be the squished one. I'll go for a squished one. Very, very hot. You see why it's like cake-like? So the almond flour is very cakey because it doesn't have traditional refined sugar in it, apart from a little bit of brown. I think that's why they don't puddle, like spread. They're kind of shortbready, kind of cookie-ish, kind of cakey, sweet chocolate, relatively healthy. There's not a huge amount of sugar, not a huge amount of butter, and there's added protein. That's why I like to make them. You have to let me know if you give it a go. And feel free to just mix it up. The ingredients are pretty simple. You can kind of gauge how much extra you can add if you want a bit more of the dry, and then you just add in the liquid afterwards once you've got all the dry ingredients in, and then just add enough liquid for it to be crumbly but stick together when you squish it, and it'll work. Have a play around like I do. I don't know if this is the last bit in this video, but if it is, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.